Welcome back to the new video, everyone. Today, I am gonna share you about who is Roronoa Zoro, about his family, his power, and what if he betrayed the Straw Hats. Who is Zoro? He is a swordsman and pirate who is the first member to join Monkey D. Luffy's crew, the Straw Hat Pirates. He is also known as Pirate Hunter Zoro because of his former occupation as a bounty hunter. He is one of the strongest fighters in the crew, and his dream is to become the world's greatest swordsman. He uses a unique style of swordsmanship called three-sword style, where he wields three swords at once, one in each hand and one in his mouth. About Zoro family. Zoro's grandparents are Shimotsuki Furiko and Roronoa Pinzoro. They were both samurai from Wano country who left the island years ago with a group of 25 people led by Shimotsuki Kuzaburo, a legendary swordsmith who forged Enma, one of Zoro's swords. Zoro's granduncle is Shimotsuki Ashimaru, who was the daimyo of Ringo in Wano country and died fighting Kaido after his takeover of Wano. He looks very similar to Zoro and is a descendant of Shimotsuki Ryuma, a legendary samurai known as the God of the Blade. Zoro's father is Roronoa Arashur, who married a woman from East Blue who was the daughter of some bandits. They settled in Shimotsuki village, where Zoro was born and trained as a swordsman. Zoro's mother is Tara, who died when Zoro was very young. She was a kind and gentle woman who supported Zoro's dream of becoming a great swordsman. Zoro's distant cousin is Kuina, his childhood friend and rival who died in an accident. She was the daughter of Kushiro, the master of the Ishin dojo in Shimotsuki village and a descendant of Shimotsuki Kuzaburo. About Zoro and Luffy. Zoro owes his life to Luffy, who saved him from being executed by Captain Morgan in the beginning of the series. He also respects Luffy's strength and determination, as he witnessed him defeat many powerful enemies such as Buggy, Kuro, Don Krieg, Arlong, Crocodile, and more. Zoro shares Luffy's dream of becoming the best in their respective fields. Zoro wants to become the world's greatest swordsman, while Luffy wants to become the Pirate King. They both understand how important their dreams are to each other and support each other in achieving them. Zoro was inspired by Luffy's attitude and personality. He admires Luffy's optimism, courage, kindness, and sense of justice. He also enjoys Luffy's adventurous spirit and sense of humor. He sees Luffy as a true friend and a worthy leader. Zoro was influenced by his duel with Mihawk, the current world's greatest swordsman and his ultimate rival. Mihawk told Zoro that he had great friends who would help him pursue his dream and that he should not give up on becoming the best. Zoro then swore to never lose again until he defeats Mihawk and vowed his undying loyalty to Luffy. Zoro takes Luffy's role as captain very seriously. He trusts Luffy's decisions and follows his commands without question. He also keeps Luffy in check when he acts recklessly or irresponsibly. He respects Luffy's authority and expects the same from the rest of the crew. Zoro values the bond he has with Luffy and the other Straw Hats. He considers them his family and would do anything to protect them. He has shown this when he fought against Kuma to save Luffy and took all of his pain and fatigue, when he threatened to leave the crew if Luffy took Usopp back without an apology, when he defended Luffy from Fujitori's attack, and when he clashed with Killer to protect Luffy from Kaido. About Zoro's power. Zoro's power comes from his mastery of swordsmanship, his physical abilities, and his use of haki. Here are some of his main sources of power. Zoro can use 1, 2, or 3 swords in different attack styles, ranging from melee to long range. He has created his own swordsmanship style, called three-sword style, which involves holding one sword in each hand and one in his mouth. He can also use two-sword style and one-sword style for different situations. He has also learned to use 9-sword style, which involves creating 9 phantom swords with his aura, and Foxfire style, which involves cutting and manipulating fire. Zoro has monstrous physical strength, which he has trained since childhood. He can lift and throw huge objects such as boulders and buildings with ease. He can also use some sword techniques without his swords, such as no sword style, which involves using his fingers or fists as blades. Zoro has incredible speed and agility, which allow him to move and react faster than most opponents. He can also use techniques such as flying slash attack, which involve launching compressed air slashes at a distance, and Azura, which involve creating 3 extra heads and 6 extra arms to increase his speed and power. Zoro has immense durability and endurance, which allow him to survive and fight through severe injuries and pain. He has shown this when he took all of Luffy's pain and fatigue from Kuma, when he fought against Kaku with broken bones, when he fought against Hody Jones underwater, and when he fought against King with internal bleeding. Zoro can use all 3 types of haki, Haushoku haki, which allows him to overpower the wills of others, Busashoko haki, which allows him to harden his body and weapons, and Kenbunchaku haki, which allows him to sense the presence and intentions of others. He has also learned to infuse his Haushoku haki into his attacks, creating a powerful technique called King of Health 3-sword style. Zoro wields 3 powerful swords, Wado Ikemanji, a white sword that belonged to his childhood friend Kuina, Sandai Kitetsu, a cursed sword that brings misfortune to its wielder, and Enma, a black sword that belonged to Kazuki Oden and can drain the user's haki. These swords are all of high quality and have special abilities that enhance Zoro's power. And now the main point. What if Zoro betrayed the Straw Hat Pirates? That is a very unlikely scenario, as Zoro is one of the most loyal members of the Straw Hat Pirates. He has shown many times that he respects and trusts Luffy as his captain and friend, and that he would never betray him or the crew. However, if Zoro ever betrayed the Straw Hat Pirates, it would have to be for a very compelling reason, such as being blackmailed or threatened by someone who has something Zoro values more than his loyalty, such as his swords, his dream, or his loved ones. Being manipulated or brainwashed by someone who can alter his memories, personality, or will, such as a devil fruit user or a hypnotist. Being offered a deal or a challenge that appeals to his pride or ambition as a swordsman, such as a chance to fight Mihawk or to obtain a legendary sword. Being disillusioned or disappointed by Luffy's actions or decisions as a captain, such as breaking his promises, endangering the crew, or giving up on his dream. If Zoro ever betrayed the Straw Hat Pirates, it would have devastating consequences for both sides. Zoro would lose the trust and friendship of his crewmates, who would feel hurt and betrayed by his actions. He would also lose his honor and reputation as a swordsman and a pirate, and would likely become an enemy of the world government and other pirates. The Straw Hat Pirates would lose one of their strongest and most reliable fighters, who has saved them from many dangers and enemies. They would also lose their first mate and right-hand man of Luffy, who has supported him in many ways and kept him in check. They would have to face Zoro as an opponent, which would be a difficult and emotional battle for both sides. That's it for now. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new.